Good morning, welcome back to DanGoesOutdoors YouTube channel. Now this is a familiar sight, me doing a lap of the big pit early in the morning. It's about 4:45, so yeah, set my alarm for 4 and I'm down here now, so this is pretty good going for me. And I'm just, some fry spooking down the edge there. Yeah, I'm just walking around trying to see something. I've just seen a small fish back there, like a tench or something rolling. But as you can see, there's a bit of a wind going. There's more than forecast, certainly. But it's a new wind, it's a northerly wind. It's been southerly and hot for ages. Now it's suddenly cloudy and northerly. So I'm quite fancying the idea of getting on the end of this wind. So I'm just walking down there now. Have a look around, see what's there. If I don't see a fish on my way there or on my way back, that's where I'm gonna set up. I've not got long to, I've got to go early afternoon. So yeah, just got to see something and get on it. Man, got some new toys though today. Brand new set of rods, so stay tuned for a big reveal. Yeah, I've gone stronger because I'm also going to try solid bags today. And yeah, with my old rods I couldn't do that. Well, I could, but I probably couldn't get much distance. And I do like using heavy leads. Plus, I've been struggling with distance, so yeah, hopefully these new tools will help. Right, I'll keep walking, get my lap in, and then probably end up going down this end. Okay, I'm stood facing into this new wind now, and I thought I'd just tell you what I'm actually looking for, because I do all these laps and things and never actually say what I'm after. Basically, it goes from the ultimate is actually seeing fish for themselves, and big carp, if you're going to make themselves known, you'll probably see it, you know, fish jumping, head and shouldering, dolphin, sort of those shows like that. Yeah, bow waving, cruising. If you're looking, you'll see it for sure. So that's the ultimate, that's what I'll fish over anything else. After that, really it's signs of carp, so coloured water, big fizzing, huge flat spots coming up out of nowhere, that's probably carp. And yeah, if I don't see any fish, that's what I'll go on. But you don't always get those signs, to be fair. You know, they don't always show, or you might not see it, and they might not be giving themselves away. So if I can't see any carp themselves or signs of carp, then often I'll go off of where are all the other fish. So tench especially seem to feed in similar places to carp. Bream do to a certain extent, but I've often found bream won't quite venture as close in as carp will. So yeah, tench I tend to follow more than bream. But if you do just have an area that's clearly got more life in than the rest of it, so you know, little fish hitting the surface, even pike striking at prey, that kind of thing. If there's life in the area, you know the carp aren't going to be that far away, especially if you haven't seen them elsewhere. But if you don't get any signs of fish at all, and often that can be down to like days like today where there's a big ripple on, so even if there was stuff happening, you might not see it. Like there could be loads of little fish out there hitting the surface and I'd have no idea. Yeah, then you're going off of your watercraft, so the weather conditions, things like where have other anglers been, if people have been baiting a certain area. If it's new, might be worth a go, but if it's, you know, been hammered for a while and no one's really had anything, you probably want to give that area a miss. Wind direction, a new wind like this is always worth following, which is what I'm probably going to try today. But yeah, you've just got to use all your knowledge, all your experience, think about where you've caught at. That was right. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna go get my stuff because the carp's just showing on the wind. It's exactly what we're after. It's why I've stopped here and looked. And all of a sudden my mood's changed and I'm ready for it. So right, let's get a move on. Let's get the gear. Okay, I'm in the swim I want to be in. I've come one to the left of where we'd be actually into the wind, just because I've always found more spots in front of this area. While I'm here, fish are rolling out there. Thinking about getting a surface gear, but pretty sure they're bream because they've got kind of forked tails and they're not really coming up like carp. But I'll keep an eye on it. Anyway, quick lead about with just a 2-ounce lead, try and find something to fish over, then get on with it. Okay, so quite close in there, I found a bit of a deeper, siltier kind of gully. I'm guessing it's over the back of a shelf here, but I would like to be fishing a bit further out, so I've put the line in the clip. I'm just going to walk it down the bank and make a note of that distance, and then lead about a bit further out as well. Right, found a nice clear spot, kind of a few rod lengths off the island to my right there. And yeah, it's my first cast with my new rods and my first ever cast with a solid bag, so yeah, let's hope this goes well. Don't judge. Damn it. Oh, went so well. Okay, second rod. Right, I'm going to put a bit of bait over those rods, just a bit of corn and boilies. Yeah, this is my thing about solid bags. I put them out and I wouldn't have left either of those casts. They didn't quite hit the clip, you know, my new rods and everything. So I'm going to get it baited, sort out my left-hand rod, and then probably redo those two. Okay, I'm a bit stressed. All three rods have gone out, but I've already wound in my middle rod because I've got a funny sort of tape type thing on it. I don't know if I felt a fish, but when I wound there's nothing there, but it kind of doesn't matter because I was going to redo them anyway. So I've put the brolly up. I'm just going to chill out for 10 minutes, tie another solid bag, and maybe even recast all the rods, because stupidly while I was spomming over my left-hand rod, my braid got caught around it. I lifted the rod up and it pulled the whole lot up, and I think I've moved that one as well. I keep kicking my rods too, the brand new rods, I keep kicking them, so yeah, I need to sort this out, get this going. I think I'm just nervous because I'm on fish. There's one over there. Man, right, let's just settle down for a moment. Okay, let's try this again. It's funny, this one I've just tied on the bank is much better than any ones I did at home. So yeah, I think that should go out better. Let's hope I hit the clip better and don't kick the rod once it's all settled. Right, that is me a million times happier. Bit annoying to have recast all three rods, but I just had them too close together. I was bumping into them. First two casts on those solid bags went in rubbish, but I figured out a few little tricks to how to tie them a lot more solid, you know, for a solid bag. So yeah, really happy with that. Don't really feel like I'm in a position yet to give a tutorial on it, so I'll do a bit more on it, and then when I feel like I've got it good, then I'll show you what I'm up to. I'll also show you those rods. Have you guessed what they are yet? Yeah, I'm loving them. I had a few casts when I wound in, just, you know, without it all clipped up. And yeah, the 3 ounce lead, just with a flick, it was going like 50-60 yards, which is absolutely what I want. And yeah, when I just loaded up the rods, and fired out them solid bags. We went a lot further and hit the clip well, so yeah, pretty happy with that. What I'm going to do now is going to go down to my left, have a little lead about on the edge, find a margin spot to bait up. Always like to have that in my back pocket, and I have heard some splashes down there, so I think either there's some tench spawning or some carp feeding. So I found myself a little margin spot here, just beyond all this slop, which I'm going to leave in place because it's fantastic cover for the fish if they end up patrolling this margin. It's quite weedy down there, but I'm going to feed a little bit further out and just keep my eye on it. If the carp do end up patrolling this edge, sort of spot they might feed on. No. Yeah.
Are you over the bar there, Dan?
I'm kind of a couple of rod lengths off this island.
Yeah.
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 I've got solid bags on for the first time ever.
Ah, it's funny that, because Si caught solid bags.
Yeah. Well, I think I've just been done on my right hand rod here, just chatting to the bailiff. They go boo, 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 up to the top and then just holds there, but nothing, didn't take any line or anything. Bobbin sort of dropped back down a bit now, but yeah, with a solid bag on, the kind of, I guess the whole point of it is that your rig's all there together with the bait. So I'm going to wind it in, put a fresh one on, get it back out there. Also, good bit of practice with my new rods and that. Well, I'm using a blowback rig and the tubing hasn't really moved, so yeah, not really sure. Right, well it's in now, so I need to put a new one on it anyway.
Nice, so first one on my new rods. I had to remember it's quite a bit stronger so I didn't play it so hard. And my first fish on a solid bag as well, so yeah, fantastic. Short session, so first thing I'm doing is getting this rod back out. Fish to show behind the spot. That wasn't the one. That's annoying. Well, since I messed the cast up, I thought I'd show you the fish anyway. The tench have been spawning recently, so this guy's got a little bit of redness on his fins and things. Actually, I think it's a female. I think it's a small female. But that's brilliant. My first fish on my new rods, and on the first fish on a solid bag. A bit annoying that I didn't get that cast out well, but I guess I'm discovering the advantages and disadvantages of it. I'm kind of thinking that maybe I should do it on spots where I'm only using one rod, because part of why I don't like that cast is because I think it's over top of my other rod. So yeah, we're learning as we go. That's a nice tench, brilliant. First one from here for ages. Get in, right, let's put it back. Right, let's try this one again. There is a fish, it's just tiny. Here we go. Get a bit closer. A real bar of soap here. Let me show you. Awesome little guy. Real plump thing. Eee, calm down. But that's pretty cool to catch. I'm getting the hang of these new rods and the bags. That's brilliant. Cheers, mate. Let's get it back. Whoa! And again. Sorry. Another small tench. Tench number 3 is a crazy male. It's turned into quite a nice day session this. Unfortunately I've only got about another hour and I've got to get out of here. But that's pretty good to come out and catch 3 tench in a day. I'm loving it. New tactic, new rods, and it's working. Just hope the next bite's a carp, please. Do get random, out of the blue daytime carp here. Quite common actually, not random at all. Nice. Weedy lake. I'm on a thistle. Okay then, let's do it. The rods, the new rods. I'll just jump right to it. They are Shimano TX7 12 foot intensity versions. So why did I go for them? How did I get them all that? Well, as you may have seen on my channel, it's my 30th over a month ago now. And Sophie asked me, she just genuinely said, what would you actually like for your birthday? And I thought about it, I thought, well, I really would actually want a new set of carp rods if that's possible. So rather than get loads of tat that I won't use and you know, rubbish that I'll just eat and get fat on. I mean, that happened anyway. But yeah, so Sophie and a few others, and annoyingly I don't know who they are. I'll try and find out and put it in the description if I can. I think it was like her dad, my mum and dad, a couple of my mates, things like that, all got together and bought me these 3 rods. And so far, so good. You know, they cast those solid bags really well. I went for these because I've always been a big fan of Shimano. My last rods were Sonic ones and they were really good. They were 3 1/4, but they're kind of losing it now, and I was just finding when I was getting over, say, 80-90 yards, they just were really struggling. And today I've had a couple of flicks of a bare lead, and yeah, these rods are sending them. So I went for the 12 foots. They do come in 13 foot, but I went for the 12s because I've never used 13 foots, and all my rod bags are for 12 foot, so it kind of made sense. And yes, I want the extra distance, but I don't think I need 13 foot distance, not yet. The intensity is around about sort of, I think it's rated between 3.5 and 3 3/4 pound test curve. It's not an exact test curve because it's more the action of the rod. It's quite stiff and pokey from what I'm feeling so far, but it's got a bit of tip for playing those tench, so that's fantastic. And yeah, I wanted something stronger because I like using heavy leads. I want to get into using solid bags and I want to fish more distance. So yeah, it was an absolute no-brainer. I was kind of between these and the Daiwa longbows in the 3 3/4, but I'd read a few reviews and it kind of said that they're still a little bit floppy. You know, I'm sure the Daiwa Infinities are great, but the longbows were what was in my budget, and yeah, these seemed a better buy for me. Plus I love Shimano, so yeah, I've got my new Ultegras, my new rods. God, I'm kitted out now, I'm ready for it. Just need to go somewhere where it's all distance fishing and yeah, make a fool of myself. Yeah, I won't give a review on them yet. I'll use them for a while and I'll let you know what I think. But so far, man, they're great. Look brilliant too. There we go, it's all back on the barrow.
So free tench from this day session, which is brilliant considering I got here about 4:45. It's now just gone 3, so yeah, lovely bit of action, and back home in time for the football. Fantastic. England versus Scotland today, so yeah, let's hope we can win that one. Anyway, the solid bags, brilliant. First few fish I've had on them. Really happy with my rigs and everything. I might have to tweak them just a little bit, just to see if I can make them more geared towards the carp and less towards the tench. But I was thinking probably be a tactic that I use on my lone rod. I usually put 2 rods on one spot and 1 rod on a separate kind of area, often close in. So yeah, I quite fancy a solid bag for that rod, you know, get everything concentrated in one area. That could really work. But anyway, yeah, new rods as well, brilliant. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.